Hi, this is Dhruv from PhoneArena.com, and here we have with us the two members of Samsung's Galaxy Mega family, that is the Galaxy Mega 5.8 and the Mega 6.3. The brothers, if we could call them, were launched at the end of May in India at different price points. Both the devices are almost similar in terms of looks, except for the size. The internals, however, are quite different in both the phablets. Let's find out which is better. Being brothers, both the Mega devices are exactly the same in terms of looks. The sizing is what separates these phones, and that is because of the difference in size of the displays. The Galaxy Mega 6.3 is taller and wider but thinner than the Galaxy Mega 5.8, and it weighs around 17 grams more. Both the devices follow Samsung's similar design language, with a plastic rim running along the sides of the device. The plastic build helps reduce the weight of the phone, but solidity is lost and both the phones are fingerprint magnets. The positioning of keys and the design language is quite similar in both the devices. On the right side we have the power lock key, which is towards the top in the Mega 5.8, but it is slightly centered in the Galaxy Mega 6.3. On both the phones we have the volume rocker on the left side. The keys are made of plastic but offer nice feedback. On the top of the Galaxy Mega 5.8 we have the 3.5mm jack alone, whereas the Mega 6.3 has a secondary mic and an IR port in addition to the 3.5mm audio jack. On the bottom, the things are quite similar, with an uncovered micro USB port and a microphone. On the front of these phones, we have the huge displays, and above the display we have the earpiece at the center and an ambient and proximity light sensor towards the right of the earpiece. The 1.9 megapixel front-facing camera is located to the right of these sensors. The Mega 6.3 has a notification LED to the left of the earpiece, which is missing on the Galaxy Mega 5.8. On the back of these two devices, we have the 8 megapixel camera located at the top center, along with the LED flash. The LED flash is to the left of the camera on the Mega 5.8, while it is found below the camera in the 6.3. The speaker grill is located right next to the camera in the Mega 5.8, while it has been moved over to the bottom left corner on the Mega 6.3. Removing the back cover, we see the slightly modified internals. The Mega 5.8 has two micro SIM card slots on the top and the bottom of the battery, and the hot swappable micro SD card is located at the bottom right of the device. Things are slightly different on the Mega 6.3 because it has only a single micro SIM card slot. The micro SD card slot is placed exactly over the micro SIM slot. The micro SD card is hot swappable, however the SIM card is not. Overall, both the devices are quite similar in looks and feel. The Mega 5.8, being the smaller of the two, is slightly easier to handle and relatively pocketable. Let's talk about the display on the two handsets. The Samsung Galaxy Mega 5.8 has a 5.8-inch screen as the name suggests. The resolution is QHD and it has a pixel density of 190 ppi, which is quite low considering the price of the device. The Galaxy Mega 6.3 on the other hand has a 6.3-inch HD display with a pixel density of 230 ppi, which is not the best but it gets the job done. The Mega 5.8 has a standard TFT display, while the Mega 6.3 has an SLCD panel, which gives it an advantage. We found that the display on the Galaxy Mega 6.3 was definitely better. Internally, the Samsung Galaxy Mega 5.8 is powered by a 1.4 GHz dual-core Broadcom BCM28155 processor along with 1.5 GB of RAM. The graphics are taken care of by Broadcom Video Core 4 GPU. On the other hand, the Galaxy Mega 6.3 is powered by a 1.7 GHz Snapdragon 400 SoC with 2 Crate cores. It has 1.5 GB of RAM, and the graphics are taken care of by the Adreno 305 GPU. Both the phones have 8 GB of internal storage and a micro SD card for expansion. Out of the 1.5 GB in both the Galaxy Mega devices, we get only 1090 MB as usable RAM, and out of it, about 600 is available when the device is idle. In terms of performance, both the devices were quite snappy. However, the Snapdragon-powered Mega 6.3 was slightly faster in opening apps, browsing, and during usage. Let's see how both the devices perform in Quadrant and NMark 2 benchmarks. Let's check out the scores of some other benchmarks. Moving on to the camera, the Mega 5.8 and Mega 6.3 have the same pair of cameras with an 8 megapixel camera sensor at the back and a 1.9 megapixel sensor over at the front. Each of them have an LED flash at the back. The image quality is quite similar and we believe Samsung has used a similar camera unit on both the devices. One thing to differentiate both the phones here is that the Galaxy Mega 5.8 does not have two specific shooting modes, which is the HDR mode and the night mode that is present on the Mega 6.3. The rest of the features are quite similar. The interface is exactly the same and both the devices record video at full HD resolution. However, since the Mega 6.3 has a pair of microphones, primary and secondary, it records video with stereo sound. The Galaxy Mega 5.8 and the Galaxy Mega 6.3, both being Samsung products, have the same custom Touchwiz Ui layer on top of them. Underneath, both the devices run on Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, which is the latest version available. So you can get various features like quick toggles in the notification bar, lock screen widgets, and other things under the hood. Both the devices have Smart Stay and multi-window feature, while the Galaxy Mega 6.3 has NFC and Samsung's Beam feature in addition to those which were missing in the Galaxy Mega 5.8. In terms of software, the Mega 6.3 holds a slight advantage. Moving on to gaming, details and texture elements were quite limited in the Galaxy Mega 5.8, whereas games on the Mega 6.3 were rich in details. The gameplay was reasonably smooth in both the devices, although we experienced occasional lags and glitches during the gameplay. Gaming experience on the Mega 6.3 was much better because of the bigger screen and better level of details. The Galaxy Mega 5.8 has a 2600 mAh battery pack, while the Mega 6.3 has a 3050 mAh battery pack. The higher number, however, does not necessarily indicate better performance, as the Galaxy Mega 6.3 has a bigger and higher resolution display. However, the battery life is almost similar on both these devices, though we found that the Mega 6.3 slightly edged ahead. Both devices come with the usual set of smartphone connectivity options, including Wi-Fi, 3G, Bluetooth. Only the Mega 5.8 has dual SIM support, but both devices have Wi-Fi Direct built in. Overall, we felt that both the devices were quite big, and the biggest question is pocketability. If big size is not an issue, then the Mega 6.3 should be the obvious choice. A difference of Rs 7,000 gets you a bigger display, a better processor, a better gaming experience, and one of the best multimedia viewing experiences. And also a device which has more software features. Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.